This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian. Movie reviews and more, streaming worldwide on Talk4 Media, TV, radio, podcasting, K4HD, radio and podcasting. I'm laughing because I'm just laughing. But it's one of those things. I know, it is. It's one of those things where all kinds of crazy things is happening. People are calling me left and right. And I'm like, I got a show to do. But streaming on over 103 outlets every Tuesday live. We are now one of the best in the world. And I really, really like that. And again, so I've been waiting for this show because it's important. Not only, I call it a friend show. All of our friends are on the show. Our new friends, our old friends, our friends who are like Rachel Roberts, Chef Rachel Roberts out of Houston, Texas. Dapper Don, I call him Howard Wiggins, with everything, not only in room number 104 this week in his mansion, which is really his house, but what he's wearing. And then the one and only Nastasha Rumbos. I really like what Tasha's doing these days. But again, it's up to our guest this week. So it's about the restroom kit. They're one of our oldest, longest friends that we met at Celebrity Gifting Suite that Terry and I met. She says hi. She may pop on later. She's having some technical problems. And it's one of those things where I went and found old photos of Bill and his lovely wife there, the one that runs everything. You know, they're the Maisie clan, and I didn't know he was an artist. So now I'm going to put him on a spot later and talk about art too. They're not getting out of this. And with that, so Rebecca's a new friend. I found her at the LA Art Show. This is really, really important because Gallery Perkins has got some beautiful stuff. And I think I spent about an hour and 15 minutes in front of the art gallery there. Didn't know she was an author. Didn't know she was self-published. And I really like this woman. And it's one of those things where, hey, have you ever done a jury of picking artists with their movie critics? She goes, no, we've never done that. I signed up. I said, hey, I want to do it right away. And I said, let's do that. So here she is, Rebecca Rose Taylor. Author, nature lover, and I love her photographs, and Gallery Perkins art director from Ontario, I believe, right outside of there, Toronto, that area. She's a ways away, but she's going to correct me, aren't you, Rebecca?
We're from Quebec.
Okay, so I'm way out of the area at that point. And the one and only, he pulled over specifically for us. I got to say this. He's all around a cool guy. He's that nerdy guy. We love him. Met him at Segway when he was there. He is all about mobility, simple gadgets. I've never met a guy who knows more about doing things on your cell phone than this guy. He just pulled over to talk to us, but he's probably got a scooter in the back of his car, and I think he's in Florida still. I think he's in Tasha's company.
I came out here. Hello, hi. This is where I am. Wherever that is, I'm here.
He's in Florida, though. Florida.
Are you in Miami?
No. I just left Orlando, and I'm heading to Fort Lauderdale.
Wait a minute. So we got to start with Jack since he's walking around. So Jack, what do you have a scooter in your trunk or what, or no?
I had one earlier, but I sold it. Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Good for you. Which one did you sell?
Nice. That's how you do it.
Your one.
Yes.
The one that you have. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, the neon. So Jack, talk about who you are, why we're friends, and Electrify Expo this weekend, and then we're going to go to Bill and Tanya after that. But talk about what this weekend is about and what you're doing, because it's all about selling things when it comes to Okai. One of the best in the world. I love their scooters. And it's all about creating that design and that personal touch for people that want those great scooters, whether it's an e-bike or anything mobility. And I'm thinking of the Panther. So, Bill, once you get your knees together, you got to get on one of these.
I'm on it.
All right, Jack, take it away.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, where's the lighting? Which way? Just tell me to
You're
stop.
fine.
Okay.
You're actually good right there. Go ahead.
Okay,
right
good.
there with the trees.
Thank you. So my name is Jack Gillen. I'm an Irish American. I really am Irish, and I really am American. I have both citizenships. I love e-mobility, and Brian is a big proponent. Brian, do you even own a car?
I don't need one. I got my Neon scooter.
Right.
E-scooter.
You're right. I mean,
that one.
So I don't.
It goes everywhere with me, just like the restroom kit.
My last car was a Mercedes CLK 500, and somebody bumped me from behind, and the insurance company wrote it off. I said, okay, thank you, God, for telling me that I'm not supposed to be in a car. But it was great. It was a top down. But anyway, I do rent cars, so if I'm around, I rent a car. But I can't get a Tesla anywhere to rent. So mobility, yes. I was in Orlando for a Best Buy Achievers conference where they get all the people that are just crazy for their stuff. And they bring them to Disneyland, and they bring them to, it's kind of cool actually, right? And so we had a vendors tryout. So all the vendors had their stuff, and they were riding electric bikes, possibly sometimes for the first time. We had a few crashes, right? It happens, right? You can't, Rachel will tell you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, right?
Well, Jack, let me stop you there.
There were some Band-Aids.
Hold on, Jack. Let me stop you there because this is important. People don't realize you've got to
own this broadcast.
I know you will.
Sorry. The reason why I say it is because I can't believe I'm holding up a Mac laptop, right? Right in a field, right? And there's a story.
You probably look a little crazy right now to the people on the highway.
I do. I look a little. I don't know if I can. Right, but basically, there's an Irish joke, and the punchline is, and he's outstanding in his field. And I'm outstanding.
Well, no, let me clarify this.
Go for it.
Let me clarify this. When it comes to scooters and e-bikes and everything like that, you need to test what fits good for you. And I told Jack, I never got on one of the Birds and Limes, and Okai and Jack will tell you they are the makers of that, but this is their first line that they came out with. So last January at the CES show, he put me on one. He goes, I want you on one of these. I'm like, I don't know which ones to do. I've never been on these. I don't know which one to like. And it was the Okai Neon scooter that I liked. It fit me. I wanted it for distance. I didn't want it for speed. So I take it everywhere, places that I'm not even supposed to have it. And Jack was there when I took it to the CES show. I wasn't supposed to have it in there, but they couldn't catch me, Bill. They couldn't catch me, and I wasn't going to let them stop me. So all they saw was some black guy on a white scooter. Go, we see him over there, but they couldn't catch me. And Jack will tell you, they couldn't ride around over theirs there. I did. And Jack took a video of me too, didn't you, Jack?
I did. We kept bumping into you, and there's a lot of acreage in CES. So yes, look. You live the dream, Brian. You do. You live the dream. So, the cool thing is, right, after you got yours, right, this time last year, I think, we were in 5 stores. Now we're in over 800, right?
Wow.
Because we got accepted by Brandsmart here in Florida took us in. They've got 13. We're in about 100 different bike stores. But Best Buy really took us under their wing. And so it's in Best Buys all over the country. And I've been popping in here, there, and everywhere. So we have end caps with Okai where, people never heard about us before, So we're very lucky. And Brian's been getting the word out in a very organic way. And he's been using it. And that's the great thing. We're trying. Our biggest competitor is not IBM or some other company. It's cars. Actually, it's GM's is our big competitor, right? We want people to get out of their cars for that less than 5 miles distance and go and try it, and then get a basket for your. I could see you, Rachel, with a little basket in the front of an electric bike, tootling along, full of eggs. Hopefully,
send me one, and I'll do it.
She will.
Yeah,
she will on Coffee Talk. It'll be sitting right next to it.
We probably charge your little muscle stimulator or the little constrictor thing.
The katsu.
The katsu. Yes, there you go. I get hungry every time I hear that word, though, right? That's the problem. I think of chicken katsu. So sorry.
All right, Jack,
So
give your website, and then we're gonna come back because I got to get to everybody else because I want you in one place before you get electrocuted. Yes, I do.
I don't. They're on every week. I don't get it. Come on. No, so my website has just put it up there, www.okai.co, because we took the M out to save you typing the M the last right. So we're a six letter domain, which there's not many of them, right? And so anyway, yes, there you go. I'll hand it over to you and.
We're going to come back to you. I want you in one place, though, before you walk into a tree. So, Bill and Sonia, I love this couple. They were there when Terry and I met and old photographer Andrew. And it was one of the last booths that I went to. They're award-winning. And it's one of those things where I take my scooter when I'm around in Los Angeles, because they won't send it to me wherever I go, which is what I want them to do, Hunjack. But it's one of those things, the restroom kit doesn't go anywhere without that scooter. I'm a clean freak. It's all about cleanliness. So, Bill, you take this away and tell us why this is good. And so also, they won a lot of money by being on a Steve Harvey show, and I think you were on Shark Tank and got something too, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, so let me introduce myself, and I'll let my wife introduce herself. I'm Bill Massey. I'm the founder and CEO of Time Away LLC. We're makers of the restroom kit. We are a veteran-owned company out of Clinton, Maryland.
I'm Sonia Massey, and I am the woman behind the restroom kit. He's the brains behind the restroom kit. I'm the woman behind the restroom kit.
So a lot of times everybody asks us how we came up with the restroom kit. And this is a treasure to me right now. We came up with the restroom kit for our kids. We live in Washington, D.C., and we came up with this idea years ago. We out and about, we at Chuck E. Cheese, we at the monuments, we just traveling around. And when you're traveling around, especially in the heat of summer, the bathrooms are one of the first things, or one of the worst things to go in when you're sharing a public restroom. When you go in a public restroom, it's missing toilet paper, it's missing soap, it's missing paper towels. That's why we came up with the restroom kit especially for our kids. The restroom kit has everything you need when you go into any restroom. It comes with a patented oversized toilet seat cover, 3 feet of 3-ply toilet paper, hand wipe, and tush wipe. The great thing about that is we came up with it for our kids some years ago. Now we have our first grandkid, and he is going to be able to experience this also. The great thing, I'm gonna follow Jack's line because he did a good template already. You can find us in Amazon. Amazon sells over 12 million products, and we happen to be in between the 1% and 5%. We are 54,000. And that might seem like a big number, but when you're talking about 12 million products and you happen to be in 54,000, that's a great feat. So I'm really proud of that. We started this from the ground up. We do everything from the shipping to the whole nine. So we started from the bottom. Now we're here. So I'm really proud of what we've accomplished thus far. And I'm ecstatic. And the whole time that we gone through this process, I had my wife by my side, and it's just been tremendous for us. So I'm really happy about what we've done thus far. We have some business partners. We have a advisory board who's tremendous. That's been just excellent, helping us go through this process. So again, Amazon, our website, therestroomkit.com. We are in Magellan Magazine and continue just to grow. We're in mom and pops in our area and throughout the country. So again, it's just been a magnificent ride for us, and we're going to continue to grow. We're going to follow Jack and go into Walmart. We're about to go do a couple of Targets on the way up, So I'm just happy about where we are at this point in time, because we started just with a thought, and here we are. Along with the restroom kit, we came up with our own product development company, because we have been through so many trials and tribulations that we could spread our spread our knowledge a little bit now. So anybody who wants to start a product development company or want to put a product on the market, we can help those guys go through that process. Now, we like working with startups, but if you're into it 5, 6, 7 months down the road, I'm pretty sure that we have developed a network that can help just about anybody out at this point in time. So, we met a lot of good people like Brian and TJ Mercer and a lot of good people, Steve Harvey. I've bumped into Mark Cuban a couple of times. So, I'm pretty proud.
He's coming on. He's coming on soon. I'll let you guys know.
Look, when you talk to him again, Brian, make sure you put a Restroom Kit in his hand. Okay?
No. You're going to be on the show with him.
I would definitely do that. Peace, bro.
He's coming. Let me ask you this. What's 5 things you should never do in the restroom? All right, Bill and Sonia, what are they when it comes to the Restroom Kit?
Number 1, use the toilet paper. Number
Why?
2, use the blow dryers in there. Don't use those blow dryers. Number 3, if it's not factory sealed soap, don't use the soap. Number 4, don't sit on the plain toilet without a toilet seat cover. I'll let you say what the number 5 thing is.
Oh my goodness. Number 5 for me is since we developed the Restroom Kit when we had kids, I would always say don't stress yourself out holding your kids over the seat, or if you're a senior, make sure you take something in the bathroom that could cover, because no matter what, we all think we can squat. We all thought, we 35, 40 years old, we can squat, but everybody's not in a position to squat. So always make sure you take something in the restroom with you that you can use that's clean. It's better to travel with your toiletries than to use what's in the bathroom. I would say so. The 5th thing is just overall take everything in the bathroom that you want to use before you go into a restroom.
And we say that would be take the Restroom Kit.
Basically, take the restroom.
Tested, parent approved, and we let you travel with peace. Portable.
How much are they?
Say again.
How much are they?
They are. Go ahead.
So you can buy it for less than $2. You can buy it less than $2 a kit. Yes. So we made it. We want to make it affordable.
Brian gave me one. Brian gave me one, and I tried to use it for only emergencies, and I actually was able to spray sit out for about 3 different toilets. Really, I did. I sprayed because I went, oh, okay, I got to keep the wet wipe as long as I can, right? So yeah, it's a little billfold thing. You should show it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have it? Yeah, like where? Do you have one? Oh, I see.
I used it. I used mine.
It's super cute. It's small. Like it's amazing.
Okay, before we get to Rebecca, let's show that commercial so they can see, because not only are they first responders, but also they helped the hospitals, police, fire departments during COVID lockdown also. All right, go ahead, Rebel.
There's nothing more horrifying than a public restroom with no paper towels, seat covers, or even toilet paper. With the Restroom Kit, you can rest assured knowing that you're going into a public restroom with a patented seat cover, plenty of toilet paper, and 2 lightly scented wipes. Get a great experience in public restrooms with the Restroom Kit.
And for women, they also have the pink one with the panty liner in it. Talk about that, Sonia.
So we came up with that one for 2 reasons. One of the people on our advisory board suggested it, and I wouldn't have done it unless a female would have told us about doing it. And she said, you have some older people, sometimes they have accidents. So let's do something with a panty liner in it. Yeah. So we decided to put a panty liner in it. It has done very well also. So, you want to expand on your product line. So we put the pink kit with the panty liner in it. What was really successful for us was selling hand sanitizer during COVID-19. As Brian said, we were able to supply police officers, some hospitals, patient first. We ended up being in the Washington Post. They did a little write-up and included us in it in the Washington Post. So again, we've been blessed. Washington Post, Forbes magazine, Entrepreneur magazine. So we just been very blessed just by coming up with something in your mind, and you just go out on it and just make it happen. Sometimes, we so hesitant on making our dreams come true. You think somebody's going to supply our opportunities for us, but you got to put your foot down and go for it. And for something to be as simple as it is, and you can't imagine how many times some people would say, "Man, that was genius. I didn't know y'all existed." You know what I'm saying? So just on what has happened for us over the past, we sold our first kit in 2000. Well, we got our first shipment from overseas in 2015, and we've been running ever since. So a couple of more years, it'll be 10 years, and I'm just ecstatic about what's going on for us, and we're just going to continue to grow. I believe that, and God sometimes give you a mission, and we found ours, and we're just going to continue to work it out.
Yeah, we say travel in peace. Portable essentials allowing a cleaner experience.
Exactly. And with that, Rebecca, let's talk about this, because we're not going to put Bill and Sonia on that piece of art, that beautiful piece of art yet. But let's talk about when it comes to art and you being that self-published author, because Rachel's getting ready to do her book down the road, and then we're going to come back to Jack. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Yes. So we have one of my books up there on the screen. Writing has always been something that's been really important to me. But given that there's so many books out there, it's hard to find a market. So I'm really grateful to Brian for having me on so that more people can see my books. So I do work as an art gallery director, which is kind of more my full-time job, along with freelancing for different writing clients and things like that.
Talk about Gallery Perkins, why I like the art. I mean, I don't have time to sit there for an hour and a half at an art gallery when I could see all these booths, but they were so fascinating. They were so nice. I said, I got to have you on a show. We have to expose different things to different brands, to different audiences.
Yes, so La Gallery Perkins opened in June of 2020 during the pandemic. Danny Perkins, the owner, opened it. And then last year in 2022, he hired me because with shows starting back up, he needed the help with that so that someone would be at the gallery when he went to the shows. We currently have over 30 artists on 3 locations. 3 rotations, during the year. And so when we went to the LA Art Show, that's just a very small sampling of the art that we had. But we tried to choose really interesting pieces that people would, find eye-catching, and to have a variety as well for people.
And we've got a couple pieces of art. I think we could show them a little bit. And then, Jack, I'm going to give it to you. You can take it away. What is this one right here?
So this one is a piece by Mona Ciciovan, and she is originally from Romania. She came here to Canada about 18 years ago and has been pursuing her art career here as well. She's in a lot of museums and private collections as well around the world. So this one is known as Da Vinci's Queen. It's a Stephanie Patnode. This is actually one of the pieces that we had at the LA Art Show. And in the picture just doesn't do it justice because she uses so many different techniques. There's gold leaf and crystals and all sorts of things that she adds to magically make that painting. These are by Danny Perkins, the owner of the gallery. He's a multidisciplinary artist. These, he calls them family portrait, because this is his family in these, with all the fingerprints, but he'll actually customize them to different sizes for people. So like some people just want like one fingerprint, and then it can be the whole family. This is Mirada by Gerardo Labarca. He's a new artist to our gallery. All of his paintings are usually of people. Some of them he's done, like Princess Diana is another one that we have at the gallery. And they all have some gold leaf in them. This is a stained glass artist. They call themselves the LOLs because it's based on their names. This is something new that we got into our gallery just last month because we like to have pieces in all price points because we want to make art accessible to people. Some people are really intimidated about coming into an art gallery, and it's something that I'd really like to change.
Nice.
This is a piece of jewelry from the Mackenzie Jones collection. They're actually an artist out of Calgary that we have in our gallery.
See, Bill,
Beautiful.
there's hope for you. That could be your second job.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So, Jack, before we get to you, before you take it away, we got to talk to Rachel Roberts first because she always has something to talk about.
Oh, yes.
And you never know
Put
what she's
that up
going to
again.
say.
That looks so good.
Yes.
So I am Rachel Roberts. I'm a little chef here in Houston, Texas, and I'm working at Hello, everybody. And my book is going to be Eat Clean, Drink a Little Dirty. So every week I like to make, well, not every week, but I try to make something for the show. And that was the lobster bisque, and I've got it right here. There's the lobster claw on top. Now, most of the time when you make a lobster bisque or any kind of bisque, you put in the flour, but this does not have any flour. So it's keto friendly. It's and delicious. It's got crawfish and shrimp and all sorts of stuff in there. And my drink this week is a frozen kiwi Italicus. This stuff is delicious. It's an Italian liqueur called Italicus. And so it was frozen, still delicious. But I added, the Italicus is really good when you make a gin and tonic.
Yes.
So that's kind of my summer drink. My winter drink is the bourbon. My summer go-to is like different twists of the gin and tonic. And I love to take things from my garden. So I have a huge garden where I grow things, and that's where I get inspiration on things I want to cook. So I've got in here my lemongrass and mint and lavender, and then I've got a piece of the kiwi. Didn't grow the kiwi, but it's a nice light summer drink. You blend it up with ice, and you add, like I said, some Bombay, the gin, the Italicus, and a little of Prosecco, and yummy, yummy.
Doesn't she look like Elizabeth Montgomery from Bewitched tonight? She does. She does. Doesn't she, Howard?
And
She looks
then you
good.
can watch me any morning, well, except for the weekends, right, Brian? And I have a little show called Coffee Talk. So I get on in the morning, I'm like, Coffee Talk! And then people come up to me in Houston, and they're like, you know, it's like a goat running joke. Who can be like the annoying Coffee Talk? Right? So it's a lot of fun.
Right.
Wait, Rachel, talk about the puppy donuts
Puppy
that you
cakes.
made. Little puppy.
Oh,
Yes.
Yep. So I've got one right here. We're doing the other
How
thing
did
I'm doing is I'm
How does your
working
doggy
with,
like it?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, if I could get him to jump up on the table, we could. Y'all want me to show you? It is the funniest thing you've ever seen ever.
Please.
Where is that?
I love
Einstein. I gave him CBD, so he's like.
Is that what's in the little thingy in the puppy?
Yeah, we made some. So I paired up with For Pet's Sake. It's a friend of mine. She has this really good business where she makes dog treats, and she wants me to be the baker of these puppy cakes. So everything down to even like, you know, all the ingredients. This is. Your pets can eat clean too, just like people. Let your pets eat clean too. So, yeah, down to the peanut butter. I make it myself. I ground my own peanuts and make my, you know, everything. There's no flour. I use almond and coconut flour and coconut oil. All stuff that's really healthy and delicious. You can eat these yourself. I've tried them with the dog. Like, it is the funniest thing you've ever seen. You've got to get on and watch these little clips where I post me like trying to hold them back, and I'm like, okay, Einstein, be honest. What do you think? And he's like, oh. Like, okay, I guess he likes them. I mean, it's yeah. Anyway, yeah, puppy cakes, new adventure. Like I have time for all that, but I do.
Exactly. All right, Howard Wiggins, Dapper Howard Wiggins. What are you wearing today? What pearls do you have, and what room are you in? Because it looks fascinating.
I'm in the living room, and of course I've got my signature pearls on. But I want to tell Rachel, I'm doing gardening this summer, and I found out the plants like to drink a little dirty. Did you know that adding stale beer to your garden will help your plants grow? Yeah.
Tell me, wait.
You mix
what
stale beer with a little bit of diluted water, and all the nutrients that are in the beer goes into the soil, and your plants like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Oh, look at you.
All right, Howard, talk about this one.
Look at that suit.
That is actually an inexpensive jacket, and that one gets more comments than anything I've ever had. But it's just, that's maybe not with the market. I used to sit and pose all the time everywhere I went, and I would dance with all the girls that I saw.
Of course you did. Look at that.
Nice look. That's really nice.
Bill, isn't that a great look, that jacket?
Yeah, that's a nice look right there. You know.
Okay. From Florida, Miami be it. Natasha, what's been going on?
Ooh, what's been going on? A lot of things have been going on, actually. I have, well, for everyone else that's here that doesn't know, I am a Latin pop singer-songwriter from Miami, and that is my latest single that I released about like 2.5 weeks ago. And I just started a dance challenge. So if you're on TikTok or on Instagram and you love doing those little dance challenges, I invite you guys to do the dance challenge for Hangyar. It's a it's a fun song. It's basically a song that you listen to like on your way to like hang out with your friends, going out on a boat, like having a great beach day. It's kind of the song that gets you in the mood to like, you know, live life, you know? So I invite you guys to go and listen to it and do the dance challenge if you want to do that. And yeah, a lot has been going on with that song. I've been doing a lot of like amazing press in South America, been getting some TV shows down in South America. So that's been really cool. And on Sundays, I have my own radio show on La Mega in Rochester. So it's nice that I get to talk about my music and I get to put my music on rotation. So it's very cool to see that people that they're actually listening and they're finding me from Rochester. And like we had like a Mother's Day contest, and this lady found me on Facebook and she's like, hey, I've been trying to get in contact with somebody. I want to get into the contest and I know you're on the air. And I'm like, oh my God, people are listening. Yes, I will help you. I will help you, man. So that was cool. That was very cool. I've been doing that for 2 months. So it's honestly a blessing that I'm able to do all these things that I love, which is music, you know, doing radio, and slowly but surely I get to see like some good incentives coming out of it. But that's me. I'm just living my music life and hoping to, you know, touch everyone in this world with my music.
Very nice. It's very good to see that. Hey, so Jack, you're starting to lose light there. So congratulations on what you've done with everybody in Okai. I mean, that's a good thing because I know you work your ass off doing everything and making everything work. And it's always fun to see you, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend.
I do too. I listened while everybody was talking there. I just wanted to take a picture. I did a selfie. I just wanted to show you what my circumstance is right now. Let's see if this comes across, right? This is me. I just put the laptop on a pole. I don't know, you know. Anyway, so I am losing light here. I'm burning daylight. There is no daylight left, right? It just happens to be like, I just can't believe I've got a 5G phone in my pocket and I can be, you know, an outside TV broadcast, right? I just think it's, you know, really cool. So anyway, yes. So I'll be heading to LA on Thursday and then talking at the electrifyexpo.com event, which is it's an EV expo just for electric vehicles. And so there's cars and there's everything all the way down to skateboards, and we're, you know, near the bottom there. And you can come do demos. It's on in Long Beach on Friday the 19th, Saturday the 20th, Sunday the 1st. I'll only be there for the first day, but we have a stand. Also, you know, kind of sign for Best Buy. That'll be up there because we're in Best Buy, and so yeah, we're gonna have the Panther, right, which is our top of the. In fact, I wish I had it here now. I'd be zooming around on it. It's an off-road scooter. They can go up to 37 miles an hour. We were showing it to police down in Louisiana. I was on Bourbon Street on this really super cool scooter, and it will creep along at 2 or 3 miles an hour, and I can push the button, and I'm up to 25 miles an hour within seconds. And so I was going the wrong way. I was going the wrong way on Bourbon Street. Now, don't listen, but anyway, hadn't been drinking. Right past the two guys on horses, right? And I just said, guys is the future, you know, come on. And we were showing, it was funny, we were showing a bike called our Ranger to the police and law enforcement for patrolling. And one of the younger guys said, well, you know, what about that? Right? One of the younger policemen. And so, he said, well, that's the one I'd want. I wouldn't want a bike now, right? Bikes, like, you know. So anyway, at this Electrify Expo, I'll be on a panel much like this, talking about electric bike safety and all the things that you need to do to make sure that you are safe. Tips, guidance, you know, cajoling, make sure you wear your helmet. Brian, I don't see you wear a helmet a lot of times. I might have to give you a helmet in order to make sure that happens.
I'm still waiting for that one. I'm still waiting for that one helmet. That's why.
Oh, the smart
I won't
helmet.
settle for less. Exactly.
Yeah, we do have a smart helmet. So that's basically, and we're just going up and down the country, building a brand, talking to various retailers, and you know, we're now on Walmart.com, sold by them. We're also in Target.com, and we'll be in store in Target soon. We'll be appearing at a place near you anytime very soon. And my God, I'm going to have to like hug the laptop here just for light, you know, because it's getting spooky here. I'm waiting for a snake to bite me. So
I feel like the chupacabra is going to come.
It's like the Blair Witch Project.
Right. So, and by the way, Natasha, you have a beautiful state. It's so much fun here. I have a son who's in Fort Lauderdale, and we were playing tennis, and it was like hot, but I lost 1.5 pounds within 2 days. So it's really, really nice here.
The weather is so hot. It's so hot, but it's so nice. It's always a nice day here. So. Yeah,
but funny enough, in Seattle last weekend it was 90 degrees. You know, so we had some. I wasn't there, but I heard there was a lot of sweltering people in Seattle that were like not ready for it. But again, you know, free air conditioning is if you jump on a scooter and go about 15 miles an hour. It's just free air conditioning, right? Right, Brian?
Absolutely. And with that, so Bill, it's on. Talk about what it's like to have a lot of women. Who really likes the restroom kits, and which one does well? The pink one or the blue one?
Okay. Look, you know, in a market like ours, we make sure that we have to niche it down so tightly that we make sure we target the right people. And the weird thing about the restroom kit, that women from 37 to 47, from 47 to 57, from 57 to 67, you can break that down, and all of them are like 25%. And that's the amazing thing about the restroom kit. So I'm thinking that women who have kids in that 27 to 37 range, and then women who are more professional who travel in that 37 to 47 range, and then you're looking to middle-aged to seniors in the upper age brackets. The seniors, like, they are the people who can't or don't want to be doing a squatting type thing. So I think that the travelers, the kids, and then the seniors, for each one of those sections, those niches have a specific use for the restroom kit. As far as which one sells the best, I'm always going to think the blue one sells the best. The blue one is just one that everybody's just used to purchasing. The pink one, I would say we will get half the sales with the pink one, but the blue one is just tremendous. It's been around a little bit longer, just overall. So that's the one that gets the most sales by far. Yeah, we our most popular product, we sell them on Amazon in 3, 12, 30s, and 60s, and the 12 pack is like, we cannot keep those things in stock. you know, and it's about $27. And I'm gonna share this. We're gonna have to raise the price on them a little bit. we have a much better value than anybody else, because most people will sell, if they even have anything similar to ours, it's gonna cost a lot more regardless. And then we sell 12 kits in that pack, opposed to most people who can sell 10 or whatever the case may be. So it's a great value just overall, you know. It's a great value. It's one of those things we just can't keep in stock, and it's the same way on our website. So I'm very happy about where we are again at this moment in time.
Jack's got to take off. Jack, you get a last word. Give the website real quick, Jack, before you take off.
www.okai.co, and if you're in the Long Beach area in California this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, www.electrifyexpo.com. Yeah, I have to go mainly because the mosquitoes are all like hovering around me here, and I'm being eaten. Like I'm getting right, you know. So I do have to go. But thank you very much. It was lovely to meet everybody, and you're always a fascinating. Yeah, and next time I'm going to have to take some fashion tips from Howard, because.
Yes.
You know, I had to catch up. Now, obviously, I've lots to catch up. But anyway, lovely to meet everybody. I'm going to Zoom. Thank you.
See you, Jack.
Bye.
Hey, Rebecca, talk about this. You got the gallery coming up. This is going to be the first year for that. What can you talk about with the artists and everything?
Empire Doll, which is going to be happening from June 2nd to 4th. And it is an event happening in Parc Marie-Victorin in Kingsley Falls.
Hey,
and
Rebecca,
it should be,
I got an idea for you. I have an idea for you. I'm a big art collector, and every bit of my walls everywhere is filled with art. So the art gallery that I bought most of my art from, I said, why don't you make smaller art by these? Usually the bigger the piece, the more expensive. And so they started, for my sake, all the artists made miniature pieces instead of great big work. So that way it made it more affordable for you to get a very well-known artist with a small work of theirs. And that went very well for several decades.
Yeah,
So
one of our
instead
artists.
of, you know, like opening up. They just make smaller work. Let's say they got big work and it's $20,000-$30,000. Then they can make a small work that's $1,000. That's like 10 by 10 or something. And that way you're able to get a well-known artist for lesser money.
A few of our artists, like Mona Chichiovan, that was the really pretty orange one that we saw up. She actually does that. She even has some that are like 5x7s, and they're like under $200, a lot of them, because she'll do them on paper that people can frame. And she even uses other mediums like wood, and when she paints on the wood, she charges less because she wants to make it more affordable for people too. So.
And there you go. So, Bill, you're not getting out of this. Talk about your second. Sonya's laughing. Of you being an artist.
Yes, that is artwork. I was telling when we first came on, Bill painted that artwork there. You know, we was in the store and he just whipped out his brush and picked up the canvas and was like, "Whoo!" I said, "Let's just take it home. We're not even gonna leave it in the store to be sold."
Yeah, the restroom kids got art skills.
But I also said that when we travel, we try to pick up a piece of art, no matter where we are, out of the country, or and this just happened to be a piece out of Key West, Florida. So we got this out of Key West, as a matter of fact. So whether we're in Key West, Texas, Canada, somewhere in the Caribbean, it's just something that we do. We're not as good as Rebecca, you know, or Howard at it, but you know, we try to pick up a little art as we go through the as we travel, and as a remembrance of every place that we go. So, you know, Rebecca, we come to Canada, you know, we can hang out, pick out some artwork so we can bring back home.
That'd be great. We got lots we could show you.
Hey, Rebecca, we got about 6 minutes left. Talk about what's the requirement for a first-time artist or someone who may not know about that festival for future reference, or to get into Gallery Perkins. What do they have to go through?
Yes. So if an artist is interested in coming into our gallery, they could send us an email at creationperkins@gmail.com. And they just basically their bio and some photos of their work. Our big problem that I find right now is just space, because we find so many great artists. But we always keep the names, and you never know when an opening could come up. Because one thing we like to do is not just specialize in one style of art. We have various styles, so that then we can find something that everyone likes, even if they're not coming in to buy, you know, just that you have a pleasant experience visiting and enjoying the artwork that you see. And, you know, some galleries require an agent, some require like the certain number of years of experience. But for us, as long as the quality is there, the other requirements are not important to us.
And so, Tosh, we got to show your video clip. Let's see if we can get it.
I was talking about it and I forgot. I was like, oh my God, Rebel has it. Yeah, so you guys can see like a little peek of the video. You can find it on my YouTube channel, Natasha Rumbos. It's very fun in the South Beach Ocean Drive weather.
Llegó el viernes y queremos salir. Vivamos el weekend pasado en repeat. Traigo a la nena pa' prender esta vaina. Somos las primeras en la pista sin falta. Pa' arriba, pa' abajo, pa' el centro y pa' adentro. Ese show me calentó el cuerpo. Bandolera, bandolera, bandolera. Así me pongo cuando pierdo la cabeza. Salió la Nati a perrear a Gar en su pareja.
Oh, you know, hey, Tosh, I forgot.
I was like,
really nice.
I forgot to tell you that I listened to it a couple times this week on my playlist, and I'm like, oh, she's on my playlist. It like popped up. I don't know how it popped up. I'm like, that means she's good. She's making moves. I was like impressed by that.
You know, on my Spotify, it shows me like where people are listening from and how many streams, and it just like skyrocketed to 300 streams between Friday and today's, and I'm like, yo, that's exciting. You know, people are finding it. With all the promotion that I've been doing, thank you. So it's very nice to hear the feedback, and like people are really vibing with it, and that's the point. You know, it's a very summer song. And the video my videographer is amazing. She's only 20 years old, and she like the way she works that camera is just really fantastic. And she learned it all by herself. Like she never went to school with it. So shout out to V Urbano Films, because she's a rock star.
Howard, tell us about what was just released before we get off.
My first movie, The Haunted Farmhouse, comes out tonight. It's on Vimeo.
Tonight.
And you can, it's a good night because it's raining and storming everywhere across the country. So it's a nice little ghost story, and I'm the ghost.
Where can we see it again?
It's on Vimeo. If you go to the Howard Wiggins Facebook, I posted links that will link you to it. It's $3 to rent and $10 to buy.
I love it.
Go, bro.
Hey, and speaking of movies, because we got about 3 minutes left, let's see. On Netflix, you got The Diplomat, which is really, really good. The writer was from The West Wing and 24 series, and it's created by a woman. Really, really good. I really love that. Full Swing for any of those golfers out there. It's about what golfers go through with their categories and how to get on those tournaments. And I didn't realize it costs you money to go to those golf tournaments, and if you don't qualify, you spent all this money going to the tournament and you go home empty-handed. I never thought about that before, but it's really good. And another one, Working with What We Do, meaning everybody's working at home now almost and not going to the office anymore. Those three on there. Let's see. Amazon Prime is got...
How about Sweet Tooth?
Citadel. Yeah, Sweet Tooth.
Oh, Citadel.
Sweet Tooth is really good too.
Oh my God, Citadel. I'm obsessed. I have a crush on Priyanka. I always had a crush on Nick Jonas because that was like my baby when I was a childhood. But his wife, I have a crush on her. She's amazing.
She looks really good. She really does some good stuff. You get a chance to sit it out. It's got 4 episodes right there every Thursday. It's on there. 350 days on the world of professional wrestling. What it's like for those wrestlers when they would go out, leaving their families, their kids, and all that stuff. Imagine being on the road for 350 days. That's tough. And the last one is Gringotts. Independent film. I found it there. Oh, and guess what? Little Richard. You guys, the Mays family, you get a chance to see the Little Richard documentary. It's on Amazon. I found it very, very good. I had been talking about it and didn't know it was there. Nobody told me. So with that, I'm going to end this.
J-Lo, the mother. J-Lo.
Oh, yes. I meant to talk about that.
Yeah.
Mother
Oh,
is
my God.
very, very good. That's a great action film, too. Really
Yeah,
good.
she is so good. I love seeing
She's
her.
so good
film.
at everything. So good
Yeah,
at
right?
everything.
She's just
Oh.
incredible to watch.
Rachel, give you a website.
Oh, Rachel Roberts Recipes. Hey, see you in the morning for coffee talk.
Tasha?
At Vocally Tosh on all social media platforms, and go and watch Hangyar and do the dance challenge on my YouTube.
I'm going now.
Natasha Rumbos. Yes, Rachel, you gotta shake it.
Yep.
Howard? Howard?
Howard.
Oh, he froze.
Howard.
Go to his
Howard
Facebook,
Wiggins.
Howard
Oh,
Wiggins.
that's a very nice pose.
I also want to mention, this new duet called Seasons. I'm totally in love with that song. She's gone rock now.
Oh.
She's not country. So listen to that.
Ha!
So.
All right.
I want to check that if Howard says it now. I'm curious. All right. The restroom kit. Why is the restroom kit important? Social media links.
Go ahead.
At the restroom kit is all of our social media links. And the restroom kit is important because it's the first aid kit for every public restroom. You don't leave
Love
home
that.
without it.
I'm a germaphobe. I can appreciate this. I want some of these. Brian, send me some.
Okay. Award-winning and first responders. You got to have that. You got to put that out there. And Rebecca, talk about what's coming up real quick. Social media links and people reaching out and buying your books.
Yes, so my books are available on Amazon. You can just search Rebecca Rose Taylor or the titles. If you Google them, it'll pop up too. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Rebecca Rose Taylor, or if you want to check out the gallery, Google at Gallery Perkins or galleryperkins.com.
And I got to get out of here because we're out of time. I got to end this. We're out of time. So I got to say this. If you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. This is Brian Sebastian. It's Movie Reviews and More. And we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.